you've joined us live on Sky Sports from the legendary Winter Gardens, Blackpool. Welcome to the action of the Bet Victor World Matchplay, brought to you by the Professional Darts Corporation, and we are live on Sky Sports. Right here, right now, let's meet the players. Ladies and gentlemen, without doubt, one of the fastest players in the world, it's time to meet the Dutch destroyer, Vincent van der And now, ladies and gentlemen, here he is, the history maker, Dolan.
Was I imagining that, Wayne, or did he really shake hands with a toy monkey on his way up there?
Well, why not? This is what happens at the darts, isn't it?
There's a case to be made for both players here. Both will fancy their chances of a win.
Yeah, they will. The way Brendan Dolan plays, you can't envisage him playing poorly, can you? But I don't know. There's something about Vincent that I like, and when he finds the top of that 60 or above it, he can be relentless.
Vincent will miss doubles, he'll give legs away, then he'll start nodding his head, and Brendan will wear him down.
Well, you've heard it here first. Why play it?
Exactly. just get off stage now. Vincent has reached the quarter-finals here. Would you expect more from his career? Because he's been a nearly man, really, hasn't he?
Well, he is so capable, and what Eric said, he does miss doubles. That is his Achilles heel, but sometimes he can beat himself up and lose a bit of focus and concentration. That's just the way he is. That's the reason he's not gone on to that very, very top level.
Great crowd in as always. Sunday night at the darts is going to be a bit special, Eric.
Every session here is special now, especially the dart players we got, and well, who knows who the 4 winners are going to be tonight. I've got 4 out of 4 wrong this afternoon.
Don't follow Eric's bets, that's for sure. Let's get the action up and running. Rod Harrington and David Crofty.
Well, you wouldn't really want to be betting on this one. Sit on the fence and enjoy, I think, quite frankly. Look at this stat. 2015 ranking tournament match wins. Brendan Dolan, 63%. Vincent van der Voort, 65%. Rod Harrington, we tried to call head or tails beforehand, but all you had is 50 quid notes in your wallet, and it blew away on the breeze.
Well, it certainly did, and like Eric this afternoon, I had 4 out of 4 on the wrong side as well. It just shows you, and there's the monkey that I think Brendan had a little bit of a chinwag with on the way up. But as Eric said, or Wayne said here, Vincent gets that first dart in the right position. That's what he can do.
Crowd favourite, Vincent van der Voort. They love his walk-on music, but Brendan Dolan probably shook hands with at least 50% of the crowd here this evening on his way to the Oki tonight.
60.
And you can hear them already. The Vincent van der Voort fans. And there's 4 treble 20s in a row, make that 5, and that's 6!
I think that's the 5th time, or 4th or 5th time today, someone has hit 2 maximums at the start of the leg. Surely we're going to get a 9-darter sooner or later. It's well overdue in a TV event. And these boys are too good to carry on missing. Come on, Vincent.
We've had 6 9-dart finishes in Blackpool before. We could be up for 7. Oh, we were so close to 7. And what a start to the evening's action this is. Vincent van der Voort going the width of your 50 quid note, Rod Harrington, away from the maximum.
That was such a good dart. It's on just on the top side. I can't believe it. I was booing with the crowd. Blimey, Vincent, come on. I mean, what a way to start Sunday night here at the match play.
Told you it was going to be good. Double 12, still going to close out the leg. Make that double 7. That's a bit tricky now, but he squeezed it into the top corner on the right-hand side of Vincent van der Voort. Crucially, breaks the throw by winning that leg.
Well, he's just got to calm himself down now, level out. Oh, well, that answers that question. And we've seen so often, Dave, you know, last night and this afternoon, these first 5 legs are so important. You can't go into this first break too far adrift, because every player then is good enough to punish it.
78.
Yeah, you treat it like a test match. If I can talk about test matches on a day where English cricket fans would like to forget. But it's a mini-series. It's 5 legs, have a break, 5 legs, have a break, and, you know, take stock at the end of every one.
Yes, you're correct. Just win every mini break 3-2, you walk off the winner. It's easy for us to say, but a lot of the players, that's how they do it now. Well, forget about, you know, you've got to get to 10, just get to 3 each time. Oh, those are a bit...
66.
Well, this is the Vincent van der Voort, isn't it? Capable of utter brilliance, and that facial expression says it all. You know, what was that, and where did that come from? Dolan, you know, the steady player, you know, the man who will grind out a victory, will just hang on in there, and if you can't shake him off your tail, he'll be there to strike at the end of a leg.
Well, we often talk about, you know, winning a great leg against a throw, then you must not then just go and give the next leg away. You've got to take advantage of a brilliant leg, which that first one from Vincent was. But Dolan has the advantage now.
He got lucky, Vincent, with that first dart of Dolan's there.
61.
Because it blocked the bed. He tried to go over the top, and now he's left himself on a 162, which he can't finish on. So van der Voort with the darts, yeah, still with that treble,
96.
the favourite you would think from here.
Well, van der Voort Shanghai on the 20s when he returns. But if Brendan Dolan can set this up, and it will put the pressure on the checkout. And they are very low darts. Well, he's found the treble from that. Unusual to find the treble from such low darts. But Shanghai on the 20s.
He's blocked it again. Nice deflection.
80.
Just the one dart at double top. So Dolan,
62.
whose first few darts in his last visits have smacked of pressure to me, the way that he's left it short on his pitch, has a 2-dart checkout. Beautiful first dart. Double 16. Still got the chance. There you go. Levels it up at 1 apiece.
Brendan Dolan. Third leg, Brendan to throw first. Game on.
Well, Vincent's first leg was the 12-darter. Could have been the 9. And then throws 18 darts with his throw. And fails to put the second leg on the board. So advantage now back to Dolan.
90.
11th meeting between these two. Vincent van der Voort not only heads the head-to-head 6-4, but has won 5 of the last 6 matches between this pair as well.
100.
Although when they did meet in a major before, the World Grand Prix in 2012, that was Brendan Dolan's day that day. Right royally chuffed he was with it. But it was at the World Grand Prix, and that's a tournament he has excelled in. He's a man for the home fans and the home tournament across the Irish Sea. That's the trip down from Northern Ireland to the World Grand Prix, where of course he made history in darts by hitting the first televised 9-darter where you start on a double and finish on a double.
Do you know, Dave, the ironic thing about that tournament was I spoke to him on the Saturday at a tour event, and he said this could be my last week in trying to make it as a professional. He said, I'm just not doing it, I'm going back painting and decorating. And then that week just went for him, and he hasn't looked back since. Incredible.
So the history maker, because of that 9-darter, has a 164 now, or did. And if you're not going to take out the checkout, when you leave yourself handy if you can. And pressure once again on to Van der Voort. That's lovely though. Rather forced, didn't he, that second dart? Got just the wrong side of the wire.
Well, the double 12 for Dolan. Vincent van der Voort missed, but Dolan doesn't, and he takes the lead 2 legs to 1. I don't think we're going to see a lot of 180s out of Brendan Dolan, but certainly the 140s. He's pretty sharp on those. Van der Voort's going to win the 180 race, that's for sure.
And it's not where you start, it's where you finish in this sport. And he can hit all the 180s he wants, but 1 out of 5 doubles hit is not a percentage that wins you matches at the match play. That was unlucky, that 140. Little deflection for Dolan. Even in just this 4th leg, Rod, that blistering start by Van der Voort does seem and feel like a long time ago now.
Yeah, his first start is not right. With especially the quick throwers, with people like Brendan, if the dart's not in the right place, he's so methodical that he can actually change things. But when you're throwing so quick, you're picking the dart up so quick, if the first dart is all over the place, or if it's in the right place like that, he can easily follow it.
Do you give coaching lessons? I could do with you.
No one listens.
I would.
16.
And here's the thing for Van der Voort. He hits the 180 rod, and now the crowd get behind him again. He keeps hitting the big scores. He will have the crowd on his side for the vast majority of this match,
16.
you feel. Whether that helps him or not, I'm still not sure with that last visit.
Well, a big score here from Dolan. Right, that's going to happen. Well, this is going to be a great setup and put the pressure on Van der Voort again. Absolutely unbelievable. Leaves the double 12 again.
Timing is everything. And Van der Voort's timing way off with his first dart. So Dolan, after conceding the first leg of this match, now has a chance to build himself a very nice little cushion of 2 legs. Just pulled that one slightly. And it's double 3. Tension here.
18.
And it showed.
Vincent, you require 78.
Well, Vincent may only get 1 dart on a double. He'd love to have 2 darts at double 12, so it'll be 18's route. Now it's going to be 20. Has to move. Well, he's moving to the right. Right-handed players better to move to the right. Okay. Double top before was high. That one's low. But will he go 2, double 2, Dave, or he goes straight? If he goes straight at the double 3, if he's going to bust it, it's got to be with the first dart.
Yeah. Either way, you're running the risk of only having 2 darts at the double. Now, see, now this is a very cagey attempt. That is a beautiful little deflection for Brendan Dolan. Off the flight and into the double. That was well done.
Yes, it was, because when I said you've got to bust it, if you're going to bust it with the first, because of exactly that. It was low and was sitting up. Well, Dolan, I said he doesn't hit me, and he's number 1 on the board for the Maximums.
His timing once again. What a beautiful time when you're starting a leg and you've just gone 2 legs clear to blast in with your first 180. Just to let your opponent know you're in no mood for a let-off here.
Well, he hit the 177 to leave the double 12 to set it up to win that third leg. And like you say, kicks off at a 180, it doesn't get much better. And the pressure a little bit on Vincent, a little bit scruffy scoring.
Yeah, a good recovery. He's not a straight thrower, Van der Voort. He's coming across anyway. And when you just force it a bit too much, try and force the issue, you run that risk of sliding away into the treble 5 or the single.
And also, this match play stage is possibly the hottest, well, it is the hottest stage they'll ever be on. And so there's a little bit of extra sweat on your fingers, so the grip is not probably as firm as what it normally is, so you kind of try to hang on to the dart a little bit longer, and that's where you waste a few.
Yeah, unlucky with the treble 3. He would have liked. It's not that he didn't get a chance to get a double there, Brendan Dolan. He would have liked to have been a lot less than 76 by the end of the visit. Ton 40 here. That leaves Van der Voort on double top. So, big moments in this match, I think, for Brendan Dolan to go in 4-1 at the break.
Massive shot here for Dolan. He's only going to get 1 dart at tops the 16. Tops for a 4-1 lead, and it's just over the top. A let-off for Vincent Van der Voort, and he can't afford not to take this chance.
So he started this little mini session with double to win the opening leg, and he's still trying to close out the final parts of this mini session, and that was absolutely nowhere near Vincent Van der Voort. Well, it's hot. Maybe he felt the heat. And Dolan, I think, with an unexpected second chance. But he's still got to close it out as well. Double 10. And there he goes! 4 legs on the trot for Brendan Dolan, who was almost on the receiving end of a 9-darter in the opening leg. But he will go in at the end of this break far, far happier. He leads 4 legs to 1. Welcome back to the Winter Gardens, where if you were queuing up for a beer and you missed the opening leg of the match, you very nearly missed a 9-dart leg from Vincent Van der Voort. 2 consecutive 180s. The trebles kept coming, and then we needed a double 12. And to the agony of all Vincent Van der Voort's fans and to the man himself, sadly going the wrong side of the wire. So we didn't get a 7th 9-darter here, but Van der Voort's problems continue. 4-1 down now against Brendan Dolan, who has been in good form since the opening leg. Coming up next, Terry Jenkins takes on the very dangerous Mensur Suljovic. Gary Anderson, world champion, Premier League champion, takes on the former world champ himself, Steve Beaton. And then James Wade, who has been sensational here over the years against Kyle Anderson to close out the night. Dangerous opponent for James Wade, possibly. Dangerous opponent for Vincent Van der Voort is Brendan Dolan, definitely Rod Harrington.
Well, we went from near perfection to literally disaster for Van der Voort. I mean, after that first leg, he's just done nothing. I mean, he's had darts at a double, 11% on the double 29, and he has got her up there. I mean, if he could have hit the double top and gone in 3-2, you know, the pressure is not so great, but now he really is under the cosh.
Yeah, you do wonder, don't you, That chance that Van der Voort had in the 5th leg, that he just
58.
didn't to me look like he was ever going to get. Had he have somehow got it, it's a different game altogether.
60.
Van der Voort has hit 3 180s to Dolan's 1. He's been doing all the scoring, 7 ton pluses, 3 140s as well, but his finishing has been pretty woeful. 11% on his doubles, Vincent van der Voort. That's not going to win you anything, Rod Harrington.
No, you're exactly right. He has got to sharpen up on that, otherwise he's going to let Dolan run away with this game too easily. I don't know whether Vincent's having a little bit of problem with his grip. That's a little bit too much sweat between the finger and the tungsten, because he is getting some real flyers. I mean, that 3rd done at double top was definitely a treble 1.
He is quite a sweater, isn't he, Vincent van der Voort? And I don't mean the nice Christmas jumper that you show us at Ali Pally after Boxing Day. He does suffer more than some players with the heat.
Well, some players do sweat in the face, but the hands don't sweat, and vice versa. I mean, Brendan looks pretty calm. Van der Voort. And that's another real good pressure shot from Dolan.
Well, Van der Voort, though, should have a chance, and does take it as well. See, that is a super leg of darts to Vincent van der Voort. They're just what he would have been hoping for as he walked back onto the hockey.
Well, I think the break come at the perfect time for Vincent. If it had kept going, I think he'd have tied himself up too much. So, well, second 180 for Dolan. As I was saying, I think when he went off, it just lets you recoup a little bit. The heart rate comes down, and come back on the stage and just start this mini session again.
100.
And although, you know, he's a breakdown, Vincent van der Voort, no need to panic yet. There's a long way to go in this match, and he's experienced enough to know that. Oh, 4 treble 20s in a row here for Dolan. Oh, come on, give us a 180 again. Lovely! Oh, maybe this time, Rod Harrington, maybe this time.
Well, we are overdue, and I keep saying it. Van der Voort missed the double 12. Dolan, the history maker, the only person to do it on the double in on the Grand Prix in Ireland. Can he do it the straightway? Oh, and do you know what? That is such a good dart as well. That really is a good dart.
I'm not sure he wanted really the bullseye to finish that one off, but that's what he got, and you're absolutely spot on. On another day, that first dart's inside the wire and the 9 darter is still on. But 9 darts or 11 darts, they should still win you a leg. And it's this double 4 for an 11 darter. Or double 2.
7 score.
He's a long way ahead, luckily for him.
Nothing short of a 180 is going to be really enough. And sometimes you hit a 180 and it never gets used. You think, well, I've wasted that. Wish I had that for the next leg.
Thing is, the baby double, the terrible 2s, even with the 179 lead, you know, he's given himself a whole heap of trouble here, Brendan Dolan. And a ton 40 plus from Vincent van der Voort here. Well, I wouldn't fancy being in Brendan's shoes, throwing once again at double 2.
Brendan, you require 4.
Well, certainly now there is some pressure on. Oh, that was wild. Up to the double 1. 1 dart left in his hand. Oh, and that's a killer blow to Van der Voort. And Teresa, Brendan's partner. Oh, you can see what she thought of it.
As a player, Rod, you're Vincent van der Voort. Would you have got a bit interested at the end of that leg then? And are you kind of thinking, oh, for heck's sake, you know, why did you have to go that far into the leg? Give me a chance and then still get the double.
Well, that's number 4 for Dolan. You're exactly right. 1 minute you think, well, I ain't going to try too hard, so I don't want to hit a 180. And then all of a sudden you've got the chance. You think, well, let me back now. And when they hit it with the 3rd dart, it kind of really puts you. It's a belly blow, it really is.
Do you get the feeling Brendan Dolan was thinking of a 9-darter there as well? Just the way he reacted to that first dart, that single 20.
When you analyse the game before it started, you had Vincent down as the power scorer, missing a few doubles, and Brendan coming in and nicking legs here and there. But it's actually Brendan that's leading the scoring. 8 140s, 4 180s. He really is pressurising Vincent van der Voort into a corner.
137. Vincent, you require 149.
Okay, 149 then for van der Voort. Well, might look at treble 16 here. Just checking the score.
125.
Exactly what he did do.
Brendan, you require
To leave
44.
24 if, and it's a big if, I think, Brendan Dolan misses this. Double 16 for 6-2. Double 8, but it's tricky. He's had to move. Beautiful last dart.
Brendan Dolan.
Well, van der Voort didn't do a lot wrong there. Leaves a double after 12 darts. Does not get another visit. A 12-dart leg from Dolan, and wow, I wouldn't want to be on the end of that right-hander.
Got to a final back in April of a ranking tournaments, the Players' Championship. A couple of semi-finals in 2015, 6 quarter-finals as well.
55.
Brendan Dolan, sort of player that on his day can produce performances that are good enough for a last 8 or a last 4 or even a final.
16.
Van der Voort, a very similar standard of player as well. Quarterfinals tend to be about his limit in a ranking tournament though.
Well, Brendan Dolan is one of the most
40.
underestimated players in the game. I think because he's slow, a bit like Justin Park. I know Justin lost this afternoon, but because he's slow, sometimes you don't give him the credit for their ability, and certainly
95.
Dolan, they're only on a 90 average. The last couple of legs have been exceptional.
Lead 6 legs to 2.
16.
Throwing, it has to be said, better darts than that, because this now is the opportunity for van der Voort. He's stolen the darts in this leg and needs to make Dolan pay, and does. Levels up the 180 tally at 4 apiece as well.
And you're right, David, he's got to do it. He's got to win these 2 legs. He cannot afford for Dolan to win another leg in this mini session. 6-4, he's still in with a chance. 7-3, 8-2, well 8-2, then you think the match is completely gone. Well, the crowd are trying to G him up.
It's what I said. Vincent van der Voort hits a 180 or produces something special, the crowd instantly are behind him. But he doesn't give him an opportunity really to keep singing, does he?
Well, he keeps opening the door to Dolan just to barge through it.
97.
Well, you would think he will get 6 darts from here to break a throw. So don't miss a big number if you're not going to hit a treble.
Oh dear.
38.
Well, that is missing a big number, although that is rather unlucky.
Yeah.
But what it's done is May only gives him 1 dart and a double when he returns. So, again, if Dolan doesn't take this out, the one thing he's been doing very well is setting the shot up. Oh, I cannot believe.
Was he going 3 balls then? Was he going bullseye, bullseye, bullseye? He had to have been.
Well, that's exactly what he was doing. I just don't understand that.
Well, save that for the exhibitions. Don't do that on a World Matchplay stage, even if you have got a 4-leg advantage. All you've done there is given van der Voort a bit of a let-off. No pressure on van der Voort there.
Exactly right, Dave. I don't think I've ever seen Brendan do that before. You know, the flamboyant dart players like your Andersons or your Lewis, Van Gogh, they may do that just to try and get in the head of their opponent. Brendan is not like that, and all of a sudden he has let van der Voort back in this game.
Rod Harrington, you have won 2 World Match
97.
Plays in your life, and at any stage during your time in Blackpool, did you think, oh, I've got a 150 left here, I'll go bullseye, bullseye, bullseye?
Not until I was out of the competition. I did it against Richie Burnett in the 3rd, 4th playoff, but that was a long time ago. But no, you're right, in any tournament, never would I have done that. No, not in that sort of situation.
And you're the man that can throw darts from a helicopter. I've seen it on the video this week.
That was some bullseye, that was.
That was the best bullseye I've ever seen in my life.
I was only half a mile away. I was aiming for Keith Della, by the way, and hit the bullseye on the tower. Still, never mind.
Well, when the sun's out, you know, he's got a red nose. It's an easy mistake to make.
43.
So once again, we get to the end of a mini session here. Breaks coming up. And once again, we get to kind of a key leg here. Van der Voort holds his throw. Then it's damage limitation done, isn't it?
It is. But for Dolan, before he stepped on that stage, he would have said, right, if I can win the first 2 sessions 3-2, I am going to be more than happy, and that's exactly the minimum. That's what's going to happen for Dolan.
164.
Well, 6 darts from here for Van der Voort.
Only 59 though. So not getting down below 100, in a way, gives Dolan a little incentive here. Like, dangling the carrot in front of one of those beachside donkeys and make him trot a little bit faster.
58.
But Dolan obviously doesn't like carrots.
Require 105.
Well, you'd think that Van der Voort's going to get 6 darts from here, and I don't understand that shot either. I really don't understand. I know a lot of the guys go for bullseyes and 25s, but you practice on that treble 20 all the time. I mean, he's going to get 2 darts if Dolan doesn't take this out, but if Dolan takes this out now, I mean, this is going to be a real sucker punch.
And he can. Needs treble 18. Unlucky. Another treble 18 though. Would have set up something a little more favourable for him. 85 left against Van der Voort's 20 tops to reduce the deficit now to just 2 legs. Oh dear. Come on, Vincent, how much do you want to place in round 2 here? Brendan Dolan has given him chances. It seems more often than not he doesn't want to take them, or can't take them. Treble 15 will leave tops here. Beautiful first dart from Dolan.
45.
Well, another let-off for Van der Voort. Double 10 right at the end. If he points, he'll point straight at double 10. So just throw this dart as if he's just pointing at double 10. Oh, now it's up to double 5, chasing round the board.
Oh dear. Wrong bed. That's never pleasant on a Sunday night in Blackpool. Double tops for Van der Voort. He busts. Double tops for Dolan. He goes in to the next break, 7-3 up. Nice marker. ×2. And the 3rd time of asking, Brendan Dolan extends his lead, and the history maker is having an historical night. It's not all plain sailing, as you can see, but he's loving it at the moment. He leads 7-3.
I feel like dancing on the sunshine. When love today is feeling alright, alright. I feel like I can do anything. It makes me wanna sing. It's a the greatest year of his life.
Welcome back to the Empress Ballroom here at the Winter Gardens. Looks an absolutely stunning sight tonight. Doesn't look too bad for Brendan Dolan, does it? 7-3 up against Vincent van der Voort. Coming up later, Terry Jenkins, big crowd favourite here, takes on Mensur Suljovic in the second match. And then we have the world champion Gary Anderson up against Steve Beaton. And the 4-time runner-up here, and also former world match play champion, James Wade against Kyle Anderson. To complete the evening's action. And how many more legs before Vincent van der Voort's world match play is completed? Because Rod Harrington, at this rate, you'd say not many.
Could be finished very quickly. It's not been the best of performances from Van der Voort in the last probably 4 weeks. He has turned his form around, but certainly
86.
tonight he's been very edgy. Certainly on the doubles. I don't know if he's overheating, and like we mentioned before, a bit of not the greatest of grip. As you can see with that third dart there, it looks like he's just slid right out of the hand.
He knows better than anyone the weight of darts, the grip that he needs, but is he the sort of player you think needs that bit extra grip on the barrel if he's throwing darts like that?
It may be. I mean, I interviewed Adrian Lewis, and he's had extra grip put on his barrels because he knows how hot it is on this match play stage. A lot hotter than all the other stages they play on. And certainly Vincent, especially with the third dart, he's had a lot of those fly wild, which suggests that it may be a sweat on the fingers problem.
That went a little high for Brendan Dolan, but at least it went straight, although still no finish for him. Van der Voort should be thinking to himself, look, I've still got a chance to get down to a finish first here, which he could have done, but by going down to the treble 19, he leaves himself on a bogey number.
That's frustration for you, Dave. He really has not lost the plot, but he's not thinking. He's so angry with himself that he's not looking what's going on.
It's bad maths as well.
Yes, it is. It's a mistake that can cost you the leg. Well, certainly he might have had a dart at the bullseye.
131.
Bullseye or double top. He got the treble 20. He'd have been shooting for tops there. As it is, he's waiting on double 16. If Brendan Dolan can take out 91, and this time he should really go for the bullseye, you'd have thought, and that's pretty unlucky. There we go, treble 17 now. And that's a shame for him.
28.
Yes, that's a killer blow.
Required
Off the bullseye
32.
wire. So now double 16. Can Van der Voort finally pin a couple of doubles? Well, that's the first one. Breaks the throw of Brendan Dolan.
12 leg
First leg after the second mini break. And now, if he can hold on to his throw, he's back in this game.
Well, that's how you do it.
139.
Starting off like that. Third leg that Van der Voort has won against the throw in this match. Trouble is, he's lost 4 on his own throw. And that's why he still finds himself 7-4 down.
58.
Well, now's the chance to get complete control in this leg. Brendan Dolan has a visit without a treble.
100.
That's 3 trebles out of 6 for Van der Voort.
Finally does find a treble. There's Brendan Dolan. A bit too little too late in this leg, you would feel.
Well, we can wrap this leg up, as I said, and then needs to break Dolan one more time, and you never know what can happen. You've just got to keep plugging away. Take, one leg at a time. Don't think about the finishing line or nothing.
65.
Now that's the time I like to see the 25 used. He's going to come back with 2 guaranteed darts at a double instead of 1.
And he hits the bullseye, then you leave yourself on your fancied double as well. I'm with you on that one. I see too many players leave themselves on 101 these days and not use the 25 for a 96 or or a 76 or scores of that ilk. Double top for Van der Voort, double 10 for Van der Voort, double trouble for Van der Voort.
Well, I know exactly what Brendan will be thinking now. If I can hit at least a ton, and the way Van der Voort's been messing around on the doubles, if he splits the 10s, chases up to the 5s, anything can happen. And he could nick another leg, and he set it up absolutely perfect.
But he did in the 10th leg. You know, Van der Voort was going for double 5 and hit double tops. This time, no messing around. And even on 26% on his finishes, Van der Voort has got a 5th leg on the board now. And this becomes now a very, very important leg for both players.
Totally agree. And if Van der Voort's at 4-180s and ever he needs another one of those, it's right now. His first 6 darts, he's got to find 2 140s or a 180 in a ton. He's got to score 280 with 6 darts to have any chance of breaking the throw. Brendan Dolan again.
And the averages, once again, showing that they don't tell the full story in a match. Van der Voort has the higher average, even with that ton 40 by Dolan, but he still trails by 7 legs to 5. And on the scoring, well, ton 40's keeping Dolan in it, the ton 80's keeping him in it, but Van der Voort getting a lot of ton pluses, as you can see. And putting a nice leg together here just when he needed it most. That's, well, you say that's the difference in the match. That Dolan, most of his misses came in a leg that Van der Voort was way back on.
21.
Well, that's the first real bit of luck that Vincent Van der Voort has had with Brendan Dolan hitting the 1. So now just, oh, this is good. This is good from Van der Voort. He has really got himself back in this leg now. This would be an incredible check out from the Irishman, and it would be one in the eye for the Dutchman.
No, he's not going to do it. Vincent Van der Voort, who has lost in the first round in his last 2 matches here in Blackpool to Ian White and to Ray van Barneveld, might have been thinking it was going to be 3 in a row. Had that 140 gone in. Oh, and it still might be thinking that way.
37.
I'm not quite sure why. He just threw that last dart away as well.
Well, it's cost him a dart and a double if he comes back. I mean, if you want to bust it, I understand busting it there. That's perfect. You're coming back for your favourite double.
Yeah, but you've left 25, Rod. You're going to have to throw a really good dart to bust it from there. And it's 2 darts at double 10 for Dolan. And it's 1 dart at double 5 for Dolan. And somehow, Vincent Van der Voort is still in this game.
And this big 5 is going to be possibly the hardest thing to hit.
Do you do coaching? I'll ask you again. Well, nerves, tension, errors getting to both players here. But the key fact is that Brendan Dolan, from a leg really that he should have lost, and that Van der Voort is trying desperately to hand to him, still needs to be closed out. Double 2. He had trouble on the 2s before. He's got trouble on the 2s now. Oh, he's got trouble on the 2s all night.
Well, now this is pressure just to hit this 5. He's missed it once. This is where you really got to concentrate. That's a better dart. Yes, you can see that. When he came up before, he was talking about the 2. He was thinking about the double 4 instead of the 5. That's why he missed, but this time he's just focusing himself. This is to get Vincent Van der Voort well and truly back in this match.
He's still going to hit the double. And he did the right thing. You know, he took all the pressure and the tension off him for just a couple of moments, but still Van der Voort doesn't want to take advantage of the gifts that come his way. And Dolan scrapes through another leg and gets ever near to that finishing line, but boy, was that scrappy.
Well, Van der Voort scored so well in that match. How many times since he broke the throw of Dolan and then had chances in his own throw, and then again to break Dolan there. Loads of chances, and he just keeps giving it away.
Well, He trails 8-5. It could be the other way round, but the one thing I do want to pick up on here, Rod, is why, when he left 25, when that loose dart went into the single 7, why did Vincent van der Voort just throw the final dart away? Because you could argue that then cost him the leg.
I think you're right, because he'd hit the 9, which would have left the double 8, and he likes the 16s and 8s. Well, that's down to frustration. I think we've all been there. You're so annoyed with yourself, and you know, your temper. But the fact is that his temper cost him the leg, and perhaps could cost him the match.
Keep calm and play darts. Rod Harrington's message to you all this evening.
Not that I did it when I played.
It's a lot easier up here in the commentary box, you see. But when did you lose your temper the most?
Well, I lost a few darts against Keith Deller up on this stage. I lost 32 darts in 18 legs.
You should have sharpened them then.
On the floor, yeah. Well, that's what our CEO said to me, and I lost my temper with him. But that was another world. That was another person.
That's nice from Dolan. I thought the first 2 were in. That's exactly what he needed at that stage. He's still got half a chance of breaking van der Voort's throw here for a 5th time in the match.
94. Brendan, you require
wise to go for the 25, even though it didn't come off for van der Voort. So which way does Dolan go here? Bullseye will leave double 16, single 17.
61.
Once again, you could argue, why didn't he just go straight for the treble 20 with his first dart?
Totally agree on the treble 14 with his second dart. It's bigger than the bullseye, but tops now for van der Voort. Tops. It is. Didn't have a problem with that double as he does a little hand sweep to the crowd.
Do you know what, Rod? I'm really loving this game for all the failings. And there have been some brilliant moments in it. And there's a 5th 180 for Dolan. For all the failings, the frustrations, the moments where it's not gone right for either player, it's an absorbing game of darts, this. And I still don't know which way it's going to go.
It still could go van der Voort's way. And I agree, Dave, you don't have to have 110 averages for both players to have a real exciting game. Missing doubles like they have gets the crowd on the edge of their seat.
They are watching intently from the galleries. Van der Voort, though, needs something special here, doesn't he? He's not finding it in this leg. Needs to break Brendan Dolan to get back on level terms. Dolan, to his credit, not really giving him a sniff in this leg.
Brilliant, strong leg from Dolan on his own throw, 8-6 up. Nothing short of a 180 is going to be enough, and another wasted dart again. So Dolan's going to get 6 darts from here to go 1 leg away from the second round.
But he's only hit 1 double in every 4 attempts, so don't expect it to be too straightforward. Double 8.
69.
Yeah, well, he'll be back. No need necessarily to chastise himself too much. But he's under a touch more pressure. Van der Voort at the right time finds his 9th 140 in the match. That was a beautiful second dart. Used the first dart to perfection and does go within 1 leg of round 2.
Yes, it was a good strong leg from Dolan, right when he needed it.
81.
Vincent, well, it's been a very frustrating game of darts for him. And sometimes a game like this, you carry on for the next tournament. The next tournament has to be got out of your head.
86.
It's easy to say, but they are the facts. There's certainly no sympathy on the big stages anymore. If they get a chance, they're going to thrash you.
As I mentioned at the start,
58.
Vincent van der Voort leads the head-to-head battle before tonight, 6 games to 4. And he's won 5 of the last 6 matches, but when they have met in front of the TV cameras in a major, on the one occasion, it was Brendan Dolan that took it. I just wonder if he has the right temperament in this battle to be the favourite when they meet again, maybe, in a major.
136.
A ton 40 here. A would be his 14th of the match, but will be absolutely perfect timing again to put pressure on Van der Voort. Ton 30 will do.
Needs to find another one.
100.
Well, that's unlucky.
Brendan, you
But he
require
needed another one, although he may get a
145.
dart at the bullseye with his 3rd dart if Dolan doesn't take this one 4-5 out. But we see Peter Wright take a 1-6-1 out to finish his game off. Well, Dolan's not going to do that, so down on those 19s for the big Dutchman.
95.
And this, you would feel, could be his last 3 darts if he doesn't take it out.
It could well be. That's very unlucky. He's got the wrong treble twice,
56.
Vincent van der Voort. So Brendan Dolan, last in the second round in 2013 here, after beating Steve Beaton in round 1, has a chance to get into the second round again. Double 16 for Dolan. Pulled it a mile,
Game
a
shot.
golden mile, a golden shot, and Brendan Dolan is through in a match that at times was absolutely scintillating, in the main part frustrating, especially for Vincent van der Voort. And the congratulating is all going Brendan Dolan's way, through by 10 legs to 6.